Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany John and today I have the new iPhone 14 Pro in gold. But the reason you're going to want to upgrade to this fantastic new phone is for the cameras. Let's go see what those can do. Action mode is a new feature, makes it as if your phone is sitting on a gimbal. So I thought the best test would be on a boat. Here's how it did. I just can't stop using this camera. I am upgrading from the iPhone 12 in gold to the iPhone 14 Pro in gold. Look at the difference in the size of these cameras. Such a huge difference. They're also way more powerful. We have a 2x telephoto lens on the back of this. You can shoot cinematic mode in 4K for 24 frames per second and up to 30 frames per second from the back of the camera. You can also shoot in cinematic mode from the front-facing camera. There's also a 3x zoom for the cinematic camera on the front-facing camera. The front-facing sensors here are also more responsive to low-light situations, so you can get much better low-light video and pictures with the front-facing camera. And basically, there's just a ton more stuff you can do with the cameras on this phone while you're looking at yourself, which is handy. And of course, we have to talk about the new dynamic island. There is no longer a notch on the top of the phone. Instead, there is this little kind of floating, as Apple calls it, dynamic island. I do think the dynamic island is a name that fits it because it is actually functional. You have an application that is still running in the background, like music or a timer or even a screen recording. The dynamic island changes so that you can see and control some of those functions of the app that's running in the background. The thing that I really like about the dynamic island is that it's just kind of alive. It moves very fluidly like water drops. The only thing that I was worried about, especially with how great the front-facing cameras are on this new phone, is that you have to put your fingers pretty close to those cameras there. So I was worried about smudges ruining that fantastic front-facing camera. But so far, that has not seemed to be an issue. Mind you, this is the first week of having the phone, so I'll give you an update on that later. The iPhone 14 Pro that I got is the 6.1-inch phone. There is also a 6.7-inch, and that is the iPhone 14 Pro Max. The display is a 1600 nits display. In bright sunlight, it goes actually up to 2000 nits. With the new A16 Bionic chip in the iPhone 14 Pro. Right away, I can tell that this phone is so much faster and so much more responsive than my iPhone 12 Pro. Really fun to use. You're also going to notice that there is no physical SIM card for you to replace in the phones sold in the United States. Apple has moved to an eSIM card, which I transferred my accounts to this week. Very simple process. You do have to call your provider to have them switch from the physical SIM card to an eSIM card. There's definitely less chance of something bad happening to your SIM card. If you are upgrading from a iPhone 13 Pro, you're probably not going to see much of a difference. You might see a little. I'm not really even sure what. But if you're upgrading from the 12 or earlier models of the phone, I think that this, especially if you like cameras, even if you don't like cameras, the pictures are just so awesome. I would recommend upgrading. Apple kept the price the same on the Pros this year, so it didn't go up, but you get this fantastic camera system, and it really does resemble a professional photography camera. As you know, I started my YouTube channel with an iPhone and have gotten a couple other cameras since then. But with this new camera, I am definitely going to be using this as one of my main cameras again. Also new with the iPhone 14 is the always on display. It's always on. I've actually really liked this feature. At first, it kind of did seem like, oh, I must be getting a notification my phone's on. But now I've gotten used to it, and I like just seeing the time or sometimes the weather, whatever apps that I have on the front of the camera. I keep calling it a camera, it's a phone. On the front of the phone, the date especially. So one of the things that I'm always looking at my watch for is time and date. And now if the phone is near me, it's just always displaying those things. And it's a much bigger screen, so that's nice. If you don't like it being always on, you can turn it off in the settings. It's really easy to do. But I definitely recommend trying it out for a few days or a week or so and see how you feel about it, because it's grown on me. And I have not noticed a significant drain on the battery power. Apple says they've done a lot of things in the background to make sure that it's not drawing too much power to be always on the way that it is. And it seems to be doing a pretty good job of it. So, okay, there's 3 more things. One, there is crash detection in this phone now. So if you get into a car accident, the phone will recognize that, but by a variety of factors, it will recognize that you have come to a sudden and perhaps loud stop, and will ask you if you have been in a crash. And if you don't respond within 1 minute, I believe it is, it will alert the authorities for you. So that's cool. Hopefully something you never have to use, but nice that it's there. There is also a satellite connection. This launches in November, so it's not exactly available right now, but if you are in an area without any cell service, like if you're hiking or in Antarctica or something, not sure where you would be, there is a way for your phone to direct you to a nearby satellite where you can get a message sent for emergencies. The third thing that I wanted to talk about is macro mode. So in macro mode for your photos, and this is something I'm not even sure if Apple really highlighted this in their video, but in macro mode for your camera, you can take really, really, really close-up pictures of things. Turn on screen recording, and now I'm going to show you. Here's you, and you're going to get really, really close and see here, the little flower that pops up is the macro mode, and it allows you to get super, super, super close. Look at the detail on that. That is pretty fantastic. That's been really fun to play with also. Cinematic mode, macro mode, action mode, like what more could go on? If nothing else, it's been a ton of fun. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave me a note in the comments below if you enjoyed it, what you're excited about, what you're looking forward to. Give it a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and if you stayed till the end to see the unboxing, thank you for watching, and here you go.